hip hop started out sort of having a position against drugs in the community, right? And the war on drugs. And then you get to the 90s and things shift. And then you start to see the rise of the drug dealer rapper. At this point in hip hop, you can't be on the top level of MC without having been a drug dealer. I would love to see a broader vision of blackness and just life in general coming out of hip hop.
It's JP Sounds.
We got to stop equating culture with habit. You know what I'm saying? But equate culture with tradition. Now, habit is an involuntary action. You know what I'm saying? Habit is an involuntary action. Tradition is a conscious effort. So we have to be more conscious about and more deliberate about the sustainment. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the equality, the dignity, the integrity, the institution of hip hop, which is our community. And right now, our community is on fire.
What is the objective of the State of Hip Hop address to you?
I don't know what the objective was, but I think we learned a lot. We had some great conversation. You'd have to ask Bonecrusher what the objective was. He told me come holler at the folks. I'm more than happy to lend my years of service to hip hop, lend it to the ears of the people listening. I was just happy to be a part of it. We came from nothing to all the way to something and still got nothing. So I think some of the things we learned about or agreed upon was we need to do better with our control of our situation and where we're going, where we're headed, and where we are. So I think that was the biggest point that came across.
How do we expect to keep our wealth and keep us people, how do we keep our communities growing? They used to be like, if everybody had seen that movie Rosewood, which made us all mad, but they had their own everything. They had their own everything store. You wanted to go, everything was black owned. There was somebody black for everything. There's still somebody black for everything. I love him to death, but Robert Johnson hurt my feelings when he sold BET.
Yeah, just like Ellie hurt my feelings so the same.
Yeah, but we're not supporting that network.
Right.
We're not.
I'm supporting.
Well, people, I'm just saying. We have to continue to support each other.
Right.
Just because, and we have this getting back to the very first question, how do we love ourselves? We have this self-hatred where we automatically think, oh, it's black person is not as quality.
Right, we gotta get away from that.
We have to be at fault for some of the things that are going on in our culture right now.
Right.
Because they wouldn't be doing that if we didn't use this time that we used them. Some of us did this and some did that. I'm not saying all. But we use that hip-hop culture to teach them that, to get money, you gotta sell drugs.
Right.
It wasn't more on the thing of, make a record to make this money. You like, go sell drugs. Be that nigga in the street, doing what they doing, shoot.
Right.
So in order to change our culture, we gotta change the way we are making this project.
A lot of people learn that from the block. Let me take that.
We learned that from the block. We learned that from the block, but that's projected also like glorifying it on music.
Well, see now, the thing is, I never told anybody, hey man, go sell drugs if you want to make money. I'm just telling you, man, this is what I went through, and other people who were also going through it, they identified with it. That's just like, look, Bob Marley, he smoked weed, but everybody in here who's smoking weed ain't smoking because of Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? He's just giving you his truth and his honesty, and when you take it, like with the people who you have in your life and the things you have going on around you, when you use it for what you want it to be used for, that is no longer the responsibility of the artist.
We're still not taking ownership. That's what my whole thing of summing it up, we're in a war with no army. You understand? We have no army to fight this war. Somebody has to head this off. You can't expect people to work in the blind. You understand?
Yes.
You're in a world of social media now, reality TV. TV alone tell lies to your vision. So who's going to be there to guide the people? When you're placed in certain positions, you have an obligation. 1/3 of their life we get. You can't totally blame a parent for what kids do. They go to school, they go to church, they go to all of these people because we have to work. We still in the real world, you have to work. So they still are looking at all these other people to do things with them. Hip hop is at war. And guess what? There's no army. There's no army. We are in war, period.
This is stuff that happens when we unite. You know what I'm saying? When we stand here together and we sit there saying that, listen, I don't give a damn if you ever nominate me for a Grammy. Right. You don't need, you know what I'm saying? We get together and we create our own Black Award shows, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, like, I remember when the Soul Train Awards were popping and then fell off. I'm not sure how it's doing now, but I mean, they fell off, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, it's like that's because we're not supporting our own. And we have to be supporting our own award shows, creating them, building them.
We have the least amount of money, but we spend the most. So whatever it is we spending that money on, see, that is the control. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we maintain control. If we don't like the way someone is depicting our heroes, and we don't like the way someone is manipulating our culture, then we stop spending money there. You understand what I'm saying? If we think that there's not enough African Americans in the college, well, we stop spending money there. Right. And that is the way we get the control with our dollars. If they don't respect us, we're going to have to make them respect the bank.
Without love and compassion, without care, love and compassion. Right. I see Tip, every time I see Tip, people I know, I love them when I leave. They might say it back, that's just how I feel. I've known you motherfuckers 20 years of my life. Right. I have an affection for y'all and appreciation for y'all that can, but that's how I was raised. Mm-hmm. Right? But I'm saying, we gotta teach that. My wife told me the other day, I didn't grow up hugging my mom and my dad like that. Until I met you, I didn't know what physicality was in a relationship. Right. I'm talking about from a compassion standpoint. I called my mother on Sunday. Thank you for teaching me compassion because that allows me to feel. If you don't feel, you can't teach.
Nothing more powerful than love. Nothing more powerful than connecting. Making sure that we come together as a people and learn from each other. It got so inspirational that the audience couldn't even contain themselves. They wanted to even speak upon it.
I think the whole objective for tonight was really to get the conversation started with our people, to kind of let them know that we're ready to help provide the solutions that we've been asking for, and get that camaraderie, get that motivation and that inspiration in the conversation, because first you got to just kind of throw it out there and see what comes back. And we were successful. The people were engaged. They enjoyed themselves. You know, they had things to say. They had great responses, and they had great solutions and great feedback to pour in. And that's what we wanted to have tonight. It was great. Great.
This is where hip-hop is blessed by God, because governments don't run the world no more. Corporations run the world. And you know who runs corporations? Hip-hop.